Joining us from Rome is Father Federico Lombardi, a Vatican spokesman. We're discussing the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI, a historic decision almost unprecedented. Do you see the Pope's resignation as a modern, courageous act, or as a renunciation of his role?
Certainly we need to talk about his renunciation of the papal ministry, a possibility that was already included in the canonic laws, so it's not impossible to do. His decision shows great courage because it hasn't been done for centuries. It shows great humility and lucidity in the evaluation of his strength. Because the clear reason he's done it is because of his declining health and increasing frailty due to his advanced age. We mustn't forget that he's 85 years old, or the level of commitment required to govern the Catholic Church. I think it's an exemplary decision and a very lucid one, which I greatly admire.
What influence did the scandals about child abuse, the Vatican Bank and the leaking of the Pope's personal documents have on his decision? He
took the decision himself after weighing up his conscience before God about his strength and about his capabilities. There's nothing deeper than that. But of course there were problems. There were always problems. Benedict is a realist. He knows that history is not easy, and I think the next Pope will continue to encounter major problems. The way forward will never be easy for him. So it's not a case of one problem or another being behind his decision. That's a wrong assumption which leads to a wrong conclusion.
People are asking, why now?
You could say, for example, that major trips to Mexico and Cuba that he made last March gave him the opportunity to assess his strength. He coped wonderfully, but afterwards he re-evaluated his ability to deal with commitments like that.
With crisis in Europe and political uncertainty, not only in Italy, do you think this will add to the general confusion?
For those who know the Church and have a proper view of the reality of how things advance, this changeover of the Pope is a natural thing that's happened throughout history. It's not just one person who is needed to guide the Church, but the ministry, the service of the successor of St. Peter.
Why, when the Pope has 2.5 million Twitter followers, do you think he made his historic announcement in Latin?
The Pope is someone who's very intelligent. He's aware of today's culture and of the problems in the world. He paid close attention to the development of communications and new technology, and new ways of doing things. The announcement, which he had to make, was a formal statement which carried legal weight, was historic, in front of the College of Cardinals, with all the cardinals in Rome present. So he did it in a correct and solemn manner.
adeguato e solenne.
La ringrazio molto, Padre Lombardi.
Grazie a voi.